Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series Spider-Man No Way Home, the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man Tobey Maguire, here with an unmasked head sculpt and a little bit of shenanigans going on because the promo images first showed 2 whip hands and 2 fists. But in my opinion, this ends up working out a little bit better to give us some variety. He actually has only 1 fist and 1 wall crawling hand. So that is new from the promo images that showed 2 fists. I like it better because it gives the variety, but 2 fists is really cool. The good news is if you bought that 3-pack that was exclusive to Hasbro Pulse, you got all the hands because that set came with 2 wall crawling hands, 2 fists, and 2 whip hands. So unfortunately with these ones we may lose out on 1 fist and 1 wall crawling hand. We do get an unmasked Tobey Maguire head sculpt. Back to the bad news is it's not a very good head sculpt in my opinion, so that's a little unfortunate. But the wave through and through is pretty damn solid. So I got mine from ToySnowman.com. They are based in Canada, but they're your online retail shop for all your action figure collector needs. So not just the Hasbro stuff like Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series, G.I. Joe Classified. They have DC Multiverse, McFarlane Toys, Mafex, Mezco, all the action figures that you are looking to collect. Toy Snowman has them. So link in the video description below. It's my referral link. So first time buyers, when you use that link and create your account, you will get a 5% off coupon code in your Frost words. So make sure to check them out. ToySnowman.com. Back to Tobey Maguire, you see it says Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man there. We are back to the No Way Home packaging because the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man did not have it. We get a look at this poster with all 3 Spider-Mans, and our Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man bio reads, "Our friendly neighborhood hero swings in to help his fellow Spideys in his iconic suit." So that bio does kind of relate back to the movie, whereas the TASM, the Amazing Spider-Man one, did not it was very generic, so it didn't have any kind of tie-in to No Way Home or anything like that. But the Tobey Maguire, the good thing is it can be a No Way Home figure, and I believe the Hot Toys, I think I just got an updated date that they're going to charge me, like Christmas Day should be the final payment, so I'll get the Hot Toys soon. I believe that one is No Way Home and does have an unmasked Tobey Maguire head sculpt, so licensing must have worked out for that there. The head sculpt I don't think looks pretty good, doesn't look very good. Like I see some resemblance to him a little bit, and then this figure we did get before, it's going to be the same exact thing, the paint, the red of the plastic, the blue of the body and everything looks to be the exact same. This figure is going to suffer from the same things that this one suffered from, so the angle in which you're looking at it, it may look like there's missing webline paint, but I assure you it is all there. It's just going to be a matter of which angle are you looking at, because that silver paint only can come through on certain angles because the web lines are all raised. It's sculpted that way. The way the paint hits it, like if it gets to the ridge of it, not directly on top, it looks like it's not there, but it is painted. So anyway, let's get the Tobey Maguire figure out of the package. Okay, so here we have the Tobey Maguire figure out of the package. And again, if you have the 3-pack, you know exactly what to expect. If you didn't pick that one up and were waiting for the single-carded release ones, you have the Spider-Man figure. It is a good figure. It is not a great figure. And then the silver web lines, again, certain angles, it kind of looks a little bit wonky. It's just that the Tobey Maguire head sculpt is a little bit disappointing. But again, I do still see some of the resemblance there. So it kind of came out okay, but let's go ahead and get in for a closer look at the unmasked head sculpt, and we'll put the masked head sculpt on there, and you guys could take a look, because the mask is really where you kind of start to see where it looks like that silver paint isn't there, but really it is there. It's just kind of tricky. Okay, so here's an up close look at the Tobey Maguire. I think there in that angle is where I really see it the most. And it's just straight on, not a whole lot. Certain angles I could see it. To me, it doesn't look like an older Tobey Maguire figure. I almost feel like they went for the younger looking Tobey Maguire. It's kind of weird, but you know, it's just okay. I will have this one displayed without the head sculpt since, you know, I got the previous one from the 3-pack. Again, they're really going to be the same. If anything, it looks like the red of the newer one, single card release, might be a little bit darker. But they are the same. The silver paint is all in the same places. The spider logo, like on the back of it and everything like that. It all looks the same again. Just the red seemed like ever so slight different shade. The head sculpts, the masked head sculpts are going to be the same. As you can see, we do have it here. And so depending, it looks like silver paint is missing, but you just have to look at the angle and you can see that the silver paint is all there. It's just a matter of looking at the angle and where the paint fell on the web line, if it was right on top or if it was on the sides. Small sides, but still sides there. So we have that going on. But I'm going to go ahead and pop the masked head sculpt on there. And then you're going to see we're going to have like basically two identical Spider-Man figures. This head sculpt was much easier to get on, unlike the Andrew Garfield one there. But, we're seeing double with Spider-Man's. No pointing finger hands, so we can, point out the obvious. But I'm done. Get it? I'm tired. Bad jokes. Forgive me. So I'm going to get this side-by-side comparison out of the way since I already have the figures here. Normally I would go right on into the articulation, but since I have them both and their masks and everything like that, they're here, they are the exact same. So if you missed out on the Hasbro Pulse exclusive, this is your chance. If you have the whole Hasbro Pulse exclusive 3-pack, whether you want the unmasked head sculpts or not, these ones can be very easy passes for you. So it just kind of depends. Okay, now articulation. The head is on a dumbbell joint, but Tobey Maguire can look all the way up, which is great. He can look down somewhat. You get full rotation in that head, and you get some ankle pivot because we got that dumbbell joint there. The shoulder you can get to go out and up really high, as you can see there. Full rotation up there. We got the butterfly joint in here. The butterfly only goes back so far, but you can see kind of get a little bit of crossbody. And then in the front, you can get some crossbody. It's a little bit less than the others, unfortunately, but it is there. We got an upper bicep swivel in there, double jointed pinless elbows, as you can see there. Wrist swivel, and they do hinge. They have the standard horizontal hinge on all of them, the fist, the open hand, and the 2 thwip hands. We got the diaphragm joint on there, so he can tilt to his left that much. That is pretty good, way more than the Andrew Garfield figure. Tilt to its right that much there, which is pretty good. Going back is a fair amount without using the inverted ab crunch. Coming forward, though, is definitely going to be lacking, and unfortunately isn't a whole lot there. You get a swivel at that diaphragm cut. We do have the drop-down hips, so again, when I did the final swing suit Spider-Man figure, I had mentioned that they didn't have drop-down hips. They did, it's just when I had tried it, it was a little bit stiff, so you can do the drop-down hips. They do each have them. Legs go out that far apart. Can kick forward really high with the Tobey Maguire Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Leg doesn't really go back. You got an upper thigh cut in there. Solid double jointed knee like so. No calf swivel or boot swivel or anything like that. Foot hinges down. You get a little bit of hinge up. Ankle pivot. Peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So there is the Tobey Maguire Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Okay, so here we have our 3 Spider-Man figures now. I don't have the unmasked head sculpt. I should probably do that. I could do that so I can show you guys here in this video, of course, how it's going to look. But it just kind of sucks because this final swing suit was not in the movie. It did not share any screen time whatsoever with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield because he got the, the suit afterwards. But it would have been pretty cool. But seeing the 3 different movie Spider-Man figures in their suits like this, is a pretty damn good feeling. Whether it's nostalgia or whatever it is, Spider-Man, always loved the Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man being my favorite character, and now seeing these figures from the latest movie, even though the movie's like 2 years old or whatever, at this point, it's nice to see that we finally have them, and we can have unmasked looks at them all, because they constantly were taking their masks off in that final battle, but I just love having all of them here together. Okay, so my review of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, if you have the 3-pack, I say stick with that one. I don't think this is a must pick up because that Tobey Maguire head sculpt just isn't very good in my opinion. So it's not like, I don't know that it would be enough to persuade me. Like, I'm a completist, so I get everything anyway. But if I wasn't and I picked and chose, I probably would be very happy with the 3-pack. And not having this one. I mean, if you can get it, sure, you just, get the one less fist and the one less wall crawling hand. But you can't go wrong with the Spider-Man figure. But you guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this Tobey Maguire figure? I think he is the weakest link of all the MCU Spider-Man figures from No Way Home. So Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland. I think the Tobey Maguire figure is kind of the least best of them all. They're just not as good. The other figures are definitely a whole lot better. But you guys, let me know your thoughts. I'm curious to hear what you think. Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you're interested in helping support the channel, hit that join button to become a channel member and be a part of the MCU collective. And as always, thank you for watching. There you go, Tobey Maguire.